Order.
This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the March meeting of the Thompson Inland Wetlands Commission. We are conducting this meeting using the platform called Zoom. So it's all virtual. Nobody is meeting in the town hall right now. We will allow comments from citizens at 2 points during the agenda. We prefer that you keep those to agenda items. The request is that if you have a microphone, that you mute it. And if you have something to bring to the discussion, you could text chat, or you could raise your hand. I will do my best to follow that, but I'm looking at a smaller screen, and it's right in between the range of what my glasses worked with best. So bear with me on that. The agenda looks fairly quick tonight. Geez, is that Murphy's Law? I don't know. I hope not. And we will come to order and call roll. Commissioner, I see Bob Mooney. Please begin our roll call. You're muted.
Yes, I am present. Bob Mooney is present.
Okay. So Bob Moody is, are you our alternate? I'm trying to see it. It doesn't say that on the screen. Your name is new to me, and I'm trying to put all the pieces together tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to swear me in as an alternate based on the number of folks here. That I'm uncertain of that.
I'm going to suggest that we do seat him as a voting member tonight. He's showing the interest to be here, and he's been following the topics. So unless anybody objects, I'm going to suggest that he be counted in the role as a voting member. Next commissioner member, David.
Commissioner Langer, present.
And then we have Greg is here. I know he's handling the Zoom meeting.
Present.
Okay. And I heard somebody else's voice, but I don't see it on my list.
Commissioner Morano present.
Oh, okay, good. So we do have a voting quorum, and I'll only vote if there's a tie. To the agenda, my glasses back on. I can read that screen. What the heck? There it is. I turned it sideways. Excuse me a moment. I turned the agenda sideways when I was looking at the map later on. The first thing we need to do is review the minutes and vote them as approved. I read through them and found no problems. It seems like we addressed all of the topics, all of the numbers that came up before us, whether they were inland wetlands authorized agent or us. And I didn't see anything that we can open up on last month that's not addressed on the agenda. So any comments? Vote? Apologize. Has everybody read them?
Yes.
We'll make a motion to approve the minutes of February 10th.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Commissioner Langer, I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Are there any other discussions? All those in favor just signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And is anyone opposed? And no one's abstaining? It's carried unanimously. Okay, now on the agenda tonight, we're going to be looking back at. page am I on? That's February's. There we go. I read it just a few minutes ago. I hate it when I look at things and then they disappear on my multiple computer screens. I apologize again. If I were a professional, I'd probably still be working. But where the heck did I put these?
Commissioner Obert, did we skip over comments by citizens?
If I did, it was an oversight. Now I see the agenda. Okay, please. That's where we are. In fact, exactly. We have reviewed the minutes and approved them, and so we're ready for any comments by citizens. And again, I say, please relate them to the agenda items. And are there any?
Valerie Clark has hand raised.
Ms. Clark, would you care to comment?
Valerie Clark, Road. You all need to know that the town calendar has not included the inlands wetlands meetings on it.
Well, that's a surprise.
I believe last month we had discussed that they were included, but the time was wrong, and that was going to be something that was edited. So maybe part of that process.
I kind of skip by that page, that part of the page. When I go to the website, I go right to the copy of the agenda and the minutes, the Zoom documents. I download them and look at them offline. But
Many members of the public rely on the calendar, and it should be accurate. And now
it should be indeed. And I see that there's somebody from the first selectman's office. If that can be addressed, please. How do we make sure that we get in on a certain timeline?
This is Margaret. There's no one here from the selectman's office. That's how I get in to start the meeting.
I see. Okay.
But I will attend to that, and I'm sorry about it. I'm not in charge of that calendar, but will make sure that it gets fixed immediately.
This is Fran. I noticed when the selectman gives his update, he doesn't talk about our meetings.
Huh. Well, it's worth, as we've said in the past, we do some things right. We should get credit for it. We should, if we have to sound our own bell to get people to look at the good things we're helping this town to do. But I don't spend a lot of time at town hall. So how do we go about it? I don't know. Ms. Clark, you're right. And I'm sorry that that not everybody is informed. I wish everybody that knew about the meeting showed some interest that you show, even a part of it. My gosh. But we'll muddle through, and I appreciate when you point out oversights or wrinkles in our observations of Robert's rules or state law. We want to be fully proper in everything that we're doing and get it done as well as we can for the town. Are there any other comments? Old applications? It's subdivision. Okay, so didn't I sign the Mylars on that already, Margaret?
That was one on Quadic Town Farm Road, a 2-lot subdivision for Greg Mountford Construction. This is a different 4-lot subdivision at 437 Quadic Road.
437 Quadic Road is the one that's right next to the 5 Mile River, isn't it?
Yes, it's near the river.
Yeah.
I believe that maybe there's someone here to represent this project tonight.
Well, that would be worth some comment, please.
Hi, my name is Terry Gentis. I'm the engineer. I'm here. I've spoken with you in the past. I seem to be having a little problem with my video, but hopefully you can hear my audio.
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so it, I guess we've been before you a few times now. Not a lot have changed, but we seem to have hammered out the details of the conservation easement. And Margaret's been very helpful with that. And I think she's prepared like a sample kind of agreement as to conditions of approval type thing. And I think we're in agreement of all those. Don't really have a lot of additional items to add since we were last here. So if there's any questions.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Looking at your plan you have page 3 and you have a green line that sort of surrounds the project area, crosses the road and comes back down, but it doesn't say what it's there for.
I think it's a soils type, a USDA soil type. So it's just delineating the different types of soils on the property.
Okay, it's not listed at all in the code or in the key that I can see, legend.
You're right.
Okay.
I think it may have come out as a dark line and not the light green that it does on the plan.
The conservation easement looks like it'll work well for both the town and for the new residents that build there. It'll help keep it look like the woods that it is.
Yeah,
any
I
other
think.
comments on this, Margaret?
Well, if you could keep scrolling down, there's a few more documents to look at.
Yes.
I recommend approval with some conditions that I prepared tonight. I think the draft approval letter is in there. If you keep whoever's scrolling, if you could keep scrolling. That's the natural diversity database approval letter that Terry let us know came in the day of the last meeting that I hadn't had time to scan or see. So it's exactly like Terry described it. And these are the Conservation Commission comments that have been incorporated into the draft conservation easement, which is now in the hands of the applicant's attorney, Michelle Palulis. And she and or their surveyor who's with us tonight, Greg Glode, will write up a technical description of the property to insert as an appendix to describe the conservation easement area. And when you get down, there's a couple more documents. One is my draft. Well, there's the map. My inspection report. I finally got out there last week and took some photos from the road in the snow.
Snow is gone.
And now here's the draft conservation easement agreement, which we don't need to dwell on, but everyone seems to be happy with the progress, and the town attorney has looked at it and said it seems fine. There's a couple conditions there about the vegetation, not conditions, but suggestions about vegetation management in the upland review area. So that's the applicant and his engineer and attorney are okay with all of that. So that'll be going along to the Planning and Zoning Commission for the next stage of permitting. And then I think you're getting close to my approval letter now. My draft permit conditions, if you want to review them, maybe you can zoom in on them. There we go. It'd be good if somebody would review these and make a motion to issue the approval with these conditions if you see fit.
Margaret, do we have a copy as without the underlining in it? All the text that I was just reading through had blue or red and underlines and editing
The,
marks.
the one that's on the screen right now, it doesn't have any.
I agree. The one that's on the screen right now doesn't.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Do you want me to read the special conditions?
well, that would probably simplify things.
Okay. Number one, the portion of the 100-foot upland review area to the 5 Mile River within the conservation easement should be allowed to naturally revegetate to protect the river from encroachment. Two, the Inland Wetlands Commission chairperson and their officer shall be allowed to review and advise on the language in the final version of the conservation easement to be recorded. Three, the language of the final version of the conservation easement shall be approved by the town attorney. Four, changes in the conservation easement language alone will not require the application to be resubmitted to the Inland Wetlands Commission for approval. Five, the date of the plan approved under the conservation easement shall be the date on the final Mylar recorded. And then if you could scroll down a little further, there's a couple more. Six, within 90 days of the issuance of this permit, the permittee shall cause conservation easement boundary markers to be erected and no greater than 50 feet apart on metal stakes, no less than 4 feet high, under the supervision of a surveyor licensed to work in the state of Connecticut. Seven, within 14 days of the markers being installed, the surveyor who supervised their installation shall submit a written certification of completion to the Thompson Inland Wetlands agent verifying that the markers were installed under the conditions of this permit. And then the rest are just the standard language. So those are the only special conditions.
Okay. Excuse me. The maintenance of the signs once they go up, will that be for the town or for what? I mean, eventually winter storms and whatnot.
It's up to the owner at the time of those properties, and that's in the easement agreement.
So the signs go up, and if the owner sees them go down, he has to repair them and get them up, and otherwise it just looks like it would if nobody was around. Because you said natural revegetation.
Right, that natural revegetation is on the side closest to the river, and in the side closest to the cedar swamp, there are some provisions in the conservation easement for them to do vegetation maintenance to keep it more of an open early succession habitat. And so that's all spelled out in the easement. So that's not intended to revegetate back in the back, the south side.
Well, over time it will, because we'll let the things that we want to grow will grow, and the ones that we don't.
Well, the conservation easement gives the owners of the two rear lots the option to do vegetation maintenance every 2 to 4 years to promote an early succession habitat, meaning to cut down anything that's big and woody to keep it open to promote nesting habitat for the reptiles.
Yeah. Okay. Where do we go from here? You say.
I would suggest asking for a motion to approve with these special conditions.
And I will entertain a motion to state that.
Commissioner Corso, I make the motion to approve, provided we follow the conditions of the draft inland wetlands permit 26001.
Commissioner Langer, I'll second.
Okay, David Langer is seconding. For discussion. What we want to do, though, is complete the drafts and have the final clean copy go out. But the intent is the same, because it will be exactly the same, except it won't have the word draft on its top. Am I correct?
Yes, and it will be signed by the chairman and dated.
And the other ones that I raised the question about with the blue and the underline and all that stuff, that's going to be gone. It'll disappear into the background. it'll be there if anybody ever wants to double check the file, but the final viewer will look at it and see just a nice clean letter.
Right.
Right.
And that's what will be recorded.
So that's the point. Those are the drafts, so we don't want to send those out. We want a clean copy.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. And so this doesn't seem to be a kind of a controversial vote. We could just do it by acclaim, I suppose. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is
Do we
anyone?
not have to register why we voted?
We're voting to clean up this as a final draft and send it out to the applicant to say, yes, based on this stuff, which they've been working out over the last month, based on their language and their provisions, we approve it. And so they won't even have to bother coming back.
Well, this is Margaret. You're required by statute to state your reasons why you're for your vote.
Oh, well, okay then. If we're required by statute, then let me reverse that slightly and ask for roll call alphabetically. I don't have the list in front of me. David Corso. And then
Vote in favor. The applicant and their representatives appear to have put a decent amount of effort into engaging with us and addressing our concerns, and I don't see any reason why we shouldn't approve, given the conditions that Margaret helped us put together here.
Commissioner Langer, I second what Greg said and add that Margaret has worked diligently to keep this process moving forward, and we're handing it off to the next committee for their review and continuing process.
okay.
Commissioner Morano, it looks as though the concerns that the commission had regarding this application have been addressed by Margaret working with the applicant, and it looks good to go.
Commissioner Mooney, I agree with all that's been said. All of the requests made by the Wetlands Commissions have been met, and therefore I submit the approval of this final draft.
And I think for the record, I'm the last commissioner here tonight. Yes, those questions were raised first. We talked about them and then they were addressed. And I feel more comfortable about this process moving forward. Yeah, my concern is that eventually this population will overstress the area, but I won't be alive then. So I approve this too. And that wraps that one up. So the next item on the agenda.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm past that now. Next item on the agenda is Elmwood Hill Road.
It's subdivision.
Oh, I know where that is.
26007 Scott Santerre 128 Elmwood Hill Road.
Yes.
2-lot subdivision. I inspected and took photos on March 4th. There are no wetlands issues and approval is recommended, and Greg Gloud is here to represent the project.
Okay.
Yep. So good evening. For the record, Greg Glaud from Killingly Engineering Associates. I'm a licensed land surveyor and business partner here. So yeah, the application before you for Scott and Holly Santerre, Elmwood Hill Road. It's a 2-lot subdivision. One of the lots, lot 33-2, is their home that they already live in. They are dividing the lot for their son to build a home and move into, which is noted on the plans as lot 33-1. We do show the site plan. There is a wetland. It's off the property to the west of us that is shown on sheet 2, where you can get to the development. I'm obviously sheet 3 actually, but that's sheet 2 there that you're looking at now, which is the subdivision map itself, showing the proposed lot boundaries that we will create. And if you scroll forward to the third one, this shows the proposed development of lot 33-1. We will be fitting in a house. a septic system, a well, and a driveway. There is no clearing necessary for this. It is an open area already. You can see the tree line along that westerly boundary line, and you can see the wetlands that are just off the property there. Gently flowing slopes that we have here. We are calling for silt fence to be installed along the entirety, downhill of the proposed development and up on the side slopes as well, as shown on the plans. And we do have notation that, the silt fence will be placed and then, the town contacted prior to construction commencing, and then also that silt fence would remain in place throughout the entirety of the project. Not a whole lot on this one. That's all I really have. I'll turn it over to the commission if there's any questions. The only other thing I would point out is we did, do testing with the health department, and they did receive approval for this subdivision for the health department. And I know I contacted Margaret. She does have a copy of that approval letter that was sent to the town.
Discussion? Margaret, our course of action for tonight?
I recommend approval with just standard conditions.
The standard conditions.
If you scroll down, you'll see my inspection report, I believe. There it is.
I've got nearly that far.
Some photos.
Yeah.
Then there's the whole application with the health department approval, and everything seems to be in order.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve this.
Commissioner Langer, I'll place the motion to approve this application and the documents supporting the work that was confirmed by Margaret.
I'll second that motion.
There we have Commissioner second from Commissioner Morano. Are there any other discussions? Okay, then I'll call the vote, and as was pointed out, we'll make sure that this is a properly done roll call vote. So beginning letter C, Commissioner Rosa.
I will vote in favor. I don't see any significant impacts to wetlands that are unaddressed here, and am in favor of supporting our wetland agent's recommendations.
Okay. Commissioner Langer.
Commissioner Langer, I also vote with approval based on the thoroughness of the documents and the work that the engineers and the owners have done with making sure that everything is in place and ready to move forward.
Okay. And Commissioner Morano.
I vote to approve. It looks as though the applicants worked with Margaret and come up with a satisfactory plan.
Okay, good. And Commissioner Mooney.
Yeah, I vote in favor as well. It meets all of the conditions that we're looking for, and most importantly, it does not appear to be any wetlands impacted on this plan.
Okay. Yeah, this carried unanimously. I also support this project. Looks like a light step on the nature of the area. There's conservation land around them, open land around them. Looks good. Next on the agenda. I'm
So
lost.
you did it all in favor there. No 6 no
Well, I said it was unanimous, didn't
yeah,
I?
okay, thank you.
Okay. And then I said that I also thought it was a worthwhile project, not disruptive to the nature of the area.
Okay.
Roughly
Thank
that. Next item on the agenda. I'm lost on my copy.
It's subdivision 26008, Darren and Erica Trudeau, 71 Wilsonville Road, 2-lot subdivision.
I see Joseph. Where?
Similarly to the last one, it's
Okay.
presented by the same engineering firm, and the plans are complete and satisfactory. I did an inspection, and on the same day, and I recommend approval with no special conditions. The Health Department has approved.
This is the one up on the hill that we've talked about that eventually goes down into the French River. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve this application.
Okay, Commissioner Morano moves to approve. Is there a second?
Commissioner Langer, I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Hearing none, I'll move the vote. Alphabetical order. Commissioner Caruso. Caruso. Dave?
Sorry, yes, make a motion. I vote in favor, similar to our last one. Don't see any major impacts on our wetlands, and I'm happy to implement the recommendations of the engineers and our wetlands agent.
Okay. Is alphabetical order. The next one is Commissioner Langer.
Commissioner Langer, I vote approval in favor of this submittal based on the recommendations of our wetlands officer and the work performed by the engineers and the clients.
Very good. Commissioner Morano.
I vote to approve, agreeing with the other two commissioners in the reasons.
Okay, good. Commissioner Mooney.
I'm in favor. This obviously meets all of the conditions that we have asked for, and with Margaret's detailed homework, it seems like we should pass this without issue.
Okay. Yes, it's carried unanimously, and good. I approve it too. But
Right.
Next item on the agenda is.
I just wanted to thank the commission for their actions on both applications tonight. Thank you.
Well, you guys had everything put together. We asked for these things a month or two ago, and you put everything together. It makes it easy to make a decision.
Yep. Okay.
That's
Have a good night.
That's what we're looking for is forensic evidence, something we can hand to the town lawyer in case somebody says, well, what happened on that project?
Thank you, Greg.
All right.
Thank
Thanks, Margaret. See you later.
This is Margaret. I've got something. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we don't have any action on any of the violations. And I just got a text from the finance chairman, not the chairman, but the head of the finance in town, Bill Steglitz, and he's asking if we can kind of wrap this up because we're apparently hogging up the town website. I didn't realize there couldn't be more than one meeting on it at a time. So if you want to try to want me to help expedite what's left, it's basically
Go ahead.
it's
Please.
We've got a couple of pieces of
The record's showing,
correspondence.
just so the record's showing that we're cooperating with the town.
This is another chance for citizens' comments right now.
Yes. Are there any other citizens' comments?
I don't see any activity on the Zoom chat or raised hands.
Okay, and so the three pieces of correspondence are, there's a Connecticut Deep Dam Safety Letter about Langer's Pond, which is the dam near the Wilsonville Road, Route 12 intersection on the French River. There's a dam inspection report, and there's an oil spill report form from 19 Watson Road, and there is no action by the commission required for any of it. There's also the
Could you tell us how many gallons were involved?
I think about 85 gallons were recovered in barrels and about 50. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. It's in my report. I'm sorry. Hang on.
That's okay. I wish there was some way that the oil companies would begin buying those tanks back, swapping them out.
It's in the inspection report. If you scroll down.
I read part of that thing on the
My
page.
inspection report for the last. This is a long. Yep. Keep going.
We might have to move over to one of the other.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's in Zoom Docs, I think version 2. And there are a couple things that we needed to add to the agenda tonight, but if you go back to Zoom Docs 2, that's where I believe here's the reporting form, oil spill reporting form. And if you keep going, you'll see in my inspection report the gallons mentioned. Maybe zoom in on it a little bit.
About 175 gallons of oil were removed from the faulty tank and barrels.
And 85 gallons apparently leaked out and were already contained by the time I got there. So 175 recovered from the tank and 85 made it into the ground, but all that soil was removed and put into a dumpster and taken away. And then there's a couple things in no oil made its way into the stream, and they are looking to the state's going to be testing nearby wells. If you go to Zoom Docs 3, there were a couple things that needed to be added to the agenda tonight. One of them is a new wetlands agent approval. Actually, this is it, wetland agent approval 26006. No, I'm sorry. There's a mistake there. It should say oh yeah, this is a modification of an old permit. No, it's not that old. It was wetland agent approval 26006, which was only made recently. And this gentleman owns a lot on Lakeside Drive. He's going to be building a dock. I'm sorry, not a dock, a deck. And Ryan Crone's going to do some tree removal, and they're going to have to do minor grading to get Ryan's equipment within about 60 feet of the lake, and then they're going to stabilize that minor grading with wood chips. So I have not inspected yet, and I haven't approved it, but it came in yesterday. And then there's a piece of correspondence from Noah Sarusia of Pompeo Road expressing concerns to me and the first selectman about a solar farm on Pompeo Road, and no applications for it have come in yet. That's the email, and so there's no commission action needed, and it's in the hands of the first selectman has turned it over to the town attorney.
Their argument is with the siting board.
Okay, so I'm letting the finance man know that we're about to wrap this up.
Okay. There are no other comments from commissioners?
Commissioner Langer, as the treasurer, our total usage rate for this year so far is 60.8. We have three items now, which have gone over 100%. The two that were normal is the telephone and alarm, and the one that just went over on this recent cycle is advertising, which we've tried to increase that into the next budget.
Sure. I hope the guy from the finance committee is watching this, because we're trying to save you money.
Charlie, I appreciate it. It's first selectman on. I appreciate you guys. This is clearly an issue that I'm going to have to fix on my end that I was completely unaware of. So I apologize.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us. And it is important that we get support at the higher levels of the town government. As many of us have said, we're volunteers because we care, we know a little bit, and we want to help the town, we want to help the environment. I want to thank every commissioner for giving us their time tonight, and the members of the community as well. Thanks again to our staff, and safe travels to our commissioner, chairman, who's coming back from someplace far away.
Good night.
Make a motion to end this meeting for tonight.
Is there a second?
Seconded, Commissioner Corso.
Okay, Robert's rule says no debate. Thank you.